Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. So in my never-ending quest to never have to wire wrap anything, I'm going to make a peyote and herringbone triangle bail to go on this little donut that we got in the latest bargain bead box, the one called Mountain Majesties. In case you're not familiar, the bargain bead box is a monthly subscription of beads and findings. It's $22.99 a month, and that includes shipping in the United States. They have beautiful beads and findings, and it's always curated around a different theme each month. And if you're a subscriber to the bargain bead box, you get a 30% off coupon to use in their sister store, Bead Box Bargains, and you can use it as many times as you want to during the month, and they already have great prices. I have a coupon code. It's Teresa2, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. The coupon code will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. So I've got my donut here, and I've got two different colors of 11 Milky Delica seed beads. I've got metallic green iris and Durcoat galvanized silver. And I've got my size 11 tulip beading needle, and I'm going to be using my 8-pound fire line in smoke. And the only thing I'm going to be using for tools are my chain nose pliers to flatten my thread so I can get it through my needle, and my cutters to cut my thread, but I won't even be using those on camera because I've already got my needle threaded and I won't have to add any thread. I don't know how much this takes. I've never measured, but I will measure as I go so that I can tell you all. And if I forget to say in the video, I will put it in the description box below. But I know it won't take any more than I've got on my needle here. So hold on, let me get some of my beads poured out and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some of my beads poured out here, and I've got my needle threaded, and I'm leaving about an 8-inch tail, enough to sew it back in. And obviously I don't need that much to sew back in, but I'm going to try to go around the center part several times when I sew it in to tighten it up. So I left a little extra for that. So I'm going to start out here. Let me zoom in, because these beads are very tiny. I'm going to pick up 4 of my silver delicas. I'm going to bring them down to my stop bead. I'm going to go back through all 4 of these again. Tighten them up. And like I said, I'm going to go back around these 4 again several times when I sew my tail in to tighten that up, so I like my center to be good and tight. I'll sew all the way back around until I'm coming out this 11-0 past my stop bead. Now, this first part is going to be herringbone. Try to get up here so y'all can see me. I'm going to pick up 2 of my silvers, and I'm always going to use my silvers when I do the herringbone part of this. So I'm coming out this silver. I'm going to go into the very next one and just do a herringbone stitch. And I'm going to make sure my beads sit with their holes facing up like we have to do in herringbone. Now I'm going to turn it around here a little bit, and I'm going to pick up 2 more. And I'm going to go from the 11 I'm coming out of into the very next one. I almost always have to pull these out and pull them back down to keep them from to get them to sit the way they're supposed to, and to keep them from being twisted. The thread wants to twist, especially here at the beginning. Now I'm going to turn around here again, pick up 2 more, go from the 11 I'm coming out of into the very next one. Those cooperated better than usual. Now I'm back around here to the beginning, because I've got a herringbone on 3 sides here. I need one more herringbone stitch. So I'm going to pick up 2 more silver. I'm going to go from this 11 that I'm coming out into the very next one. And since I'm back around to the beginning, I'm going to have to do my step up. So I'm going to go up into that very next bead there. Pull these out, pull them back down, get them to set the way they're supposed to. Okay, now I'm going to do another herringbone stitch. Pick up 2 more silver. I go from this 11 I'm coming out of into the very next one. Pull my beads out and pull them back down, get them untwisted. Now I'm going to do peyote, and it's really hard to see this right here because there's not much room here, and it gets easier to see as we go, but this is going to be the peyote part, and I'm going to do my peyote with my green beads. I'm skipping this bead down here that's down in here, and I'm going into this bead. And that's what makes it peyote, because I'm skipping a bead and going into a bead. So I'm going to pull that through. Make sure I don't get caught around my end here. And make sure that delica pops into place there. Now I'm going to do my herringbone again, so I'm going to pick up 2 more of my silver delicas. Go from the bead I'm coming out of into the very next bead. Make my beads set the way I want them to. Now I'm going to do peyote again. I'm going to pick up a green. I'm skipping that bead that's down in there, and I'm going into this next bead. Make sure that pops into place. Now I'm going to do my herringbone again, so I'm going to pick up 2 more silver. I'm going to go from this silver into the very next silver. Pull my beads down, make them set the way I want them to. Now I'm going to do another peyote, so I'm going to pick up my green. And I'm going to skip that bead that's down in there and go into the next bead. Make sure that bead pops into place there, locks into place like that. Now I'm on my last side here because I've got 3 green beads, so I know I'm on my last one here. So I'm going to pick up another 2 silver to do my herringbone. Go from the silver I'm coming out of into the very next silver. Make them set the way they're supposed to. Now I'm going to do my peyote. I'm going to pick up a green. And I'm back around to the beginning, so I have to do my step up. So I'm skipping this bead that's down in here. And I'm going into the very next bead, which is this one. Make sure that pops in to place there. Now my step up is going to be going up into this one. Now I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around again. I'm going to pick up 2 silver to do my herringbone. I'm going to go from this silver into the top of this silver. Make sure it sits the way I want it to. Now every time we go around again, we're going to be adding 1 more of our green beads. This time I'll have to add 2 because I'm going to pick up 1, skip 1, and go into the next one. So I'm going to skip that silver that's down in there and go into this green one. Just the green one. Make sure that locks into place. Now I'm going to pick up another green one. and go up into this one here. Skip that one down there and go into this one right here, which puts me in position to do my next herringbone stitch. Now I'm going to pick up 2 of my silver and do my herringbone stitch. And they tend to not get as twisted the further along you go here. Now I'm going to have to do 2 here. So I'm going to pick up 1, skip that one down in there and go into the green one. Pick up another one, another green one, and skip that one down in there and go up into this one, which is where I need to be to do my next herringbone. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more silver, do another herringbone stitch, go from 1 silver into the very next silver. That one got twisted on me, so I got to pull it out and push it back down in there. Now I'm going to pick up a green, skip that one down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that next bead and go up into this bead. I'm going to pick up 2 silver, go from 1 silver into the next silver, make my beads sit the way they need to, pick up a green, skip that one down in there and go into the next green, the next one that's sticking out, which is the green. And this is my last side because you can tell I've already got 3 green here, so I know this is my last side. So I'm going to pick up another green. I'm going to skip the bead down in there, go into the next bead, and then step up by going up into the next bead. Now I'm going to stop and put a needle on this tail thread and sew it in. And when I sew it in, I'm going to go around these center 4 beads right here several times with my tail thread because I like to get them good and tight. So when I get that done, I'll be back. Okay, I got my tail thread sewed in, and you can see it's starting to curve in like that, which is what I want, because when I put it on my donut, that's what it's going to be. That's a very tiny version of what it's going to look like. So now I'm going to go around again. I'm going to pick up 2 silver, go from because I'm doing herringbone now, so I'm going to go from the silver I'm coming out of into the very next silver. Make sure it's setting the way I want it to. Now this time I'm going to be putting in 3 green. It's going to increase 1 every time. So I'm going to pick up a green. I'm going to skip the bead down in there and go into the next green. Make sure it locks in place there. And I'm going to pick up another green, skip the green bead down in there and go into the next green bead. Pick up another green bead, skip that green bead down in there and go into the green bead, or the silver bead here, where I need to be coming out of to do my next herringbone stitch. Now I'm going to do my next herringbone. So I'm going to pick up 2 silver, go from the silver I'm coming out of into the very next silver. Pull my beads out, make them sit the way I want them to. You just have to fiddle with them with your needle to get them to cooperate. I'll pick up another green. I'm doing my peyote now. I'm going from this silver, skipping that silver down in there and going into the green. Pick up another green. Go from the green I'm coming out of, skip that green that's down in there and go into the next green. Make sure that pops in there. Pick up another green. Skip that silver bead and go up into the next silver bead. I'm coming out of a silver, so I know this is where I'm going to do my herringbone. So I'll pick up 2 silver. Go from the silver I'm coming out of into the very next silver. Pull them out. Pull them down until they set the way they're supposed to. Pick up a green. Skip that silver down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. Skip that green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. Skip that silver down in there and go up into this silver. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more silver to do my herringbone. I'm going to go from this silver into the next silver. Pull my beads out and make them sit the way they're supposed to with their holes facing up. I'm going to pick up a green. And this is my last one because, see over here I've got 3 green on top, and when I get done here I'll have 3 green on top, so this is my last side. So I'm going to skip that silver down in there and go into that green. Pop in there. Pick up another green. Skip the green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. I'm going to skip that silver down in there. Go into the next silver. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go up into that next silver because that's my step up. Make sure my green bead pops in there like that. Now, I'll go around one more time and then I'll leave y'all alone and do it until I get it to be big enough. So I'm going to pick up 2 silver to do my herringbone. I'm going to go from the top of this silver into the top of the very next silver. Pull my beads out, make them sit the way they're supposed to. Sometimes you have to fiddle with them with your needle a little. Now this time I'll be putting in 4 green. So I'll pick up a green. Skip that silver down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. Skip that green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. Skip that green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green. Skip that silver, that next silver, and go up into the next silver. And every time you're coming out of a silver, that means it's time to do your herringbone. So I'm going to pick up 2 silver. Go from the silver I'm coming out of into the very next silver. Pull them out, pull them back down until they set the way they're supposed to. Now pick up a green, skip that silver down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that silver and go up into the next silver. And now I'm going to do my herringbone again. So pick up 2 silver, go from this silver into the very next silver. Make my beads set the way they're supposed to. Now pick up a green, skip that silver and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip the green down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that green down in there, go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip that silver and go up into the next silver. Now I'm going to pick up 2 silver, go from one silver into the next silver, pull my beads out and pull them back down in until they sit the way I want them to. Now this is my last side, so because I've already got 4 green on this side, 4 green on every side except for this one, so I know this is my last side. This is where I'll have to do my step up. So I'm pick up a green, skip over that silver down in there and go into the next green. Pick up another green, skip the next green, or the green down in there, go into the next green that's sticking up. Pick up another green, skip the green down in there and go into the green that's sticking up. Now I'm going to pick up a green. This is my step up, so I'm going to pick up a green. I'm going to skip that silver down in there, go into the next silver. And while I'm at it, if I can, I'm going to go up into the next one up there, because that's my step up. Now I'm just going to keep doing this until I get a big enough piece for it to go around my donut here. And then when I come back, I'll show you how I'm going to connect it. So I'll be back. Okay, I think I've got this big enough now to go around my donut. And if you're making this with me and using your bargain bead box donut, and you'd need to know, I ended up with 9 green beads sticking up here on each side. That's how big I made mine. So now I'm going to connect it here. So I'm going to pick up 3 of my delicas. I'm going to put my donut in here, and I'm going to try to keep this as loose as I can while I'm doing this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go through my donut. You have to be careful when you're doing this because it's easy to get twisted, get your threads twisted. I'm coming out this side of this row of herringbone here. I'm going to go in the same side on this row of herringbone, this opposite row. I'm going to go down a couple of them. Now I'm going to go up the put my thread under here, it's going to get twisted. I'm going to go up these two silver. Might have to do it one at a time. It's not wanting to go through that second one. Don't get caught around my corner here. Okay, I've got, make sure I'm not twisted. It's really easy to get twisted with this. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more delicas. I'm going to go back through my donut. I'm going to come around on this side. And I'm going to go down the strip of silvers here that I've not been down yet. I'm going to go down a couple of them. And when I pull that all up tight, it connects to each other there and puts my bale or my donut in there. I'm going to pull it up tight. Now I'm going to go over here, go up these two, silver. I know it's hard to see this with that donut in the way. Now I'm going to go take my needle back in here so I can get through here. Now I'm going to go back through those 3 silver that I just put on. On this side. And I'm going to go back up these 2 silver here in this column. Now I'm going to go over and go up these 2 in this column. Back through the 3 that I just put on this side. Pull it tight. And now I'm going to go back up the 2 in this column. Pull it up tight there. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to go around it a few more times, and then I'll take my thread up through here and end off my thread. And I've changed my mind. I was going to make this and then maybe suspend it from some chain and do some beading up each side. But I got to thinking, I don't know if that'll look right or not. I think it might look better just on a piece of chain. So I'm going to get a piece of chain and feed it through there and just put some findings on it and just have this on as my necklace instead of trying to bead up each side. And depending on what necklaces I make, other necklaces I make out of the bargain bead box, that it might be able, you could layer it with whatever other necklaces I make. So I'm going to sew around this a time or two more and then end off my thread, and then I'll get some chain and some findings and come back and we'll put it together and make it into a necklace. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got my little herringbone peyote bail done here. And I've got some chain. This is about 20-inch piece of chain. And I've got some jump rings and a lobster clasp and a little piece of extender chain. And of course I've got a little leaf to dangle off the end, because y'all know I have to have a dangle. So I'm going to just feed my chain through here. Now I'm going to put my findings on. So I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and my bent chain nose pliers. And these little jump rings are about 5mm. Of course you can use 6mm, whatever you've got. I just happen to have these 5mm ones here, so I'm going to use these. Open up my jump ring. Put my chain on here. My lobster clasp on. Close it back up really well. Now on this side I'm going to take my 5mm jump ring. No, I'm going to take my 8mm jump ring for my lobster to clasp onto here. Put my other side of my chain on here. And then I'm going to put my little extender chain on here. It's about probably an inch of extender chain there. Make sure to close that up really well. And now I've got another 5mm jump ring here. I'm going to open it up. Put it on the end of my extender chain. Put my little leaf on here. If I can get my little leaf to go on there. I'm almost certain that it will. This jump ring is pretty, well, this jump ring is pretty thick, but I thought this leaf would go through there. Maybe I need to open it a little more. There we go. Now I'm going to put it on my extender chain. Sure to get it closed up really well. So, this is what I've got. So hold on, let me see if I can get everything laid out here and all my tools put up, and I'll be back. Okay, so there's my donut pendant necklace with the peyote herringbone triangle bail, made with the donut that we got in the most recent bargain bead box, the Mountain Majesties collection. And I kept up with my thread. It took about 4 feet of thread to do this. So, like I said, depending on what other kind of necklaces I make with the bargain bead box beads, this might be one that could be layered with some others. And also, like I said, if you are not subscribed to the bargain bead box and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. And I'll leave a link in the description box below to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, hope y'all have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.